Hello everybody, it's Jacob from Wager Me This here. Today we're going to do the same type of play as yesterday. We're going to get $1,500 bankroll. That's 600 plus 900. And we're going to play, yesterday I was doing $90 6 and 8s and taking the $100 win, transferring it to the outside numbers, the 4, 5, 9, and 10. And then when I hit the outside numbers, I was collecting. We're going to do the same thing today, but I'm going to do it from a shooter standpoint. So we're going to have to play the pass line too. This is going to be like a $25 table. So quarter on the pass line. And let's see if I can manufacture this as far as from a dice control standpoint or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to start out shooting the 3V. This is supposed to generate a lot of 6 and 8s. We'll see if it does. It's not really my jam as far as that's concerned, but we'll try it. As a 12 to start out, so wonderful start. Here we go. And a 7. Okay, so we got that back. My first 2 shots of the day. We're going to add in a little more strategy to this play. Some thought process on, when to press, regress, and this and that. And I'll go through it as we get there. All right, so $90 6 and 8. And that's how we're going to generate the drive to win. All right, so if we hit the 6 or the 8, we're going to win 105. We'll press that money out on the outside numbers. And that should. And a 7. I don't like the 3V at all. I don't think that that's what made me roll the 7. I just dislike it. All right, let's try again. I don't think that's what made me roll 7 at all, guys. I don't think I can beat the 7. I just think that I might be able to get more of certain numbers. And there's the aces. I had to make an adjustment there. It just hurt me. So far this is starting out really bad. And there's a 4 again. 3, 1. It's on the lean here. So far we've lost, I don't know, $250 or something, based in between the pass line losers and the 6 and 8 loser. But one mediocre run will have all that plus some. All right, here we go. 5, okay. It's not the 6 or the 8. And there's the 2. So far this isn't working. And there's the 8, okay, right when I spoke. Here we go. 5, 3, 8. 105. Put that in odds because we're able to right here. Come back here. That on the 5. All right. Remember, we only collect on the outsides. We press the 6 and 8. And the idea here, for your first run, I think you should press up to where everything wins 100 and then just collect the black chips if you get that far. And there's a 10, 6, 4, 10. So if you get as far as the black chip level, I think you should just collect. All right, drop 5 for Vig. We're going to win 50. Remember, you always collect on the outside hits in this strategy. That's how you'll generate your money. Here we go. And the 9, okay. That's going to win 35. Three V still. See if we can. Oh, there's a 6, hard 6. That was the best shot I've rolled so far, and it ended up in the right spot. 105. Press there, 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 there. So we're almost there. We get one more 6 or 8. My dog wants out, of course. We get one more 6 or 8, and we'll be there. At which point we'll just collect the black chips. And so if you get 2 or 3 hits on the black chips, it's going to be a pretty profitable little run. And that's the idea of what we're doing to start here. And there's the 8. All right. Good looking roll there. Another 105. All right, that puts us the 3, 4, 5 on the 4 too. We can't go any higher on the 4 most places. Now, but we're just going to collect now. Even on the 6 and 8, we're just going to collect. Hopefully we get 3 or 4 hits, and this will be a very profitable roll. Let's see what happens. And there's the 8, 6 deuce. Very nice. We'll collect them in the black chips this time. They don't got to do no pressing. One hit at the $100 level. All right, let's keep going. And we get a couple more. And a 6. There we go. So if we'd still be hitting the 6 and 8 and still pressing here. But we're going to take some of this money. Once you build them up to this point, it's a good play. It's actually something that on the last video someone commented. And I thought it was a great idea. So here we go. And there's the hard 6. I'm crushing it from a 3V standpoint right here. It looks like it's going right. I just haven't had no actual table luck with the 3V. It's never been good for me. So, but right here it is. Right here it looks like it's working. Oh, that was a bad roll. I'm not going to count that one. I'm just, even though it was a hard 10, I'm just going to say no roll, didn't hit the back wall. It was just a bad roll. I think they would have said no roll there. And there's a 4. Okay, that's the point. Gonna pay 150 back here. 100 on the flat. Pretty good little win there. I put the 75 over here. That way we know where we're at. Box numbers will be off. Getting a little traction here. Looks like a pretty good attack here. There's the 5. All right, on this one, we'd have to add a nickel, which is fine. Make it 80. Here we go. And the out. Not bad. Not a bad little run. I even think the 4-3 is the 7 you should get on the 3V, at least in my opinion. All right, that was pretty good. Let's see if we did good. 5, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, we're up a little, even after taking a little damage early on. Up a little, not bad. All right, this time we're going to shoot the hardway set. I'm going to do the 4 deuce, 4 deuce hardway set, see what it does for us. Come out 7, okay. Being that there's no money out there or whatever, I'll just stack this. That's what I would do at the table, or I would put it on the horn or hardways or something. Hard 8. Should have went with hardways, huh? All right, $90, 6 and 8. I'm going to put it out there just because it'll be easier for me to do in the video. But you should put this on the odds. You only have to do 75 on the odds. But for video purposes, it'll be easier out there. All right, 4 deuce, 4 deuce. If we can. 5, okay. 4 1. Five, 3, 8. All right, we'll take it. Pretty good. We're going to get a press. We're going to get a little extra on the line too. There's 50, 105. We'll leave the 50 out there. We'll rack up 55. That's a pretty good little deal. All right, box numbers are off. Maybe we can pop a couple more 7s. Oh, 5, 3, 8. Okay. Again, this one we're going to go to the $100 level. Once we get there, we're going to collect. 4, do 6. Good looking roll. As far as result, okay, here we go. Same thing, 4 deuce, 4 deuce. We're just going to shoot it out, see what we have, see what we end up with. And there's the 8. Man, crushing 6 and 8. It's going to put us at the $100 level, which is good. 105. It's going to win 50 right there. We'll take it. Very nice. Box numbers will be off right here. Remember, we're in all collection mode now. Hopefully we get, 10 $100 bills. Be wonderful. Oh, aces. Oh, that might be needed for the ATS in this case. Probably not terrible result. Go back down to a quarter. There's a 7. Never mind on the ATS. It's gone. We are going to win right here. We'll put it back. Here we go. 4 deuce, 4 deuce. Hard 6. Okay. And that one makes sense. All right, now we're rolling for $100 bills at this point. Every roll we hit a box number, we're going to win $100. Pretty good spot to be in. And we got 0 rolls. 4, 3, 7. Dang it. Okay, so not really successful. I actually think because we didn't have any box hits, I think we just lost money there actually, which is kind of crappy because that was a pretty good roll up to that point, and to still just lose on it, that's kind of a hole in this style of play, is that even if you have happen what you need to happen, if it takes 10 rolls to get there, now you're sitting at a situation where, here comes the 7, you didn't actually make any money. All right, this time let's do another set that people like. We're going to do the cross sixes set. Again, I'm just doing this for fun, really, on as far as the sets go. And there's a come out 7. I would just shoot the 6, 5, 4, 2 if I was doing this myself, but we'll do this because this is fun. Oh, and there's the 12. Dang it. Good for the cross sixes, though. That's a good roll. There. ATS guys are probably happy. Hard to get that 6 out of the way. Big 12. And there's the 4. I don't think this is any different than the 3V myself. I have some explanation for that. But let me get 4 green chips. I don't think the cross 6s and the 3V are any different as far as the way they operate. But we'll see if I can generate some 6s and 8s. Well, there's one right there. 5-1. Pretty good roll. We'll take it. Put that in the odds. We need a good little run here. We might get it. We might get, multiple hundreds. And there's back-to-back 5-1s. That one's on the lean, which is always good. That means you hit the back wall. All right. Same thing. Hard 6. Wow, 3 6s in a row. I guess this is a lot like the 3V then. I just think that the way it operates, the mechanics of the dice set are basically the exact same as the 3V. So that's just my opinion. It doesn't necessarily mean the same combinations are there, but just the operation of it. If you're staying on axis, and a 5. There we go. This is a $100 winner. We're already at the $100 level. We're going to collect 105. Let's just let this cross 6s rock. $12, okay. We don't have any of that. $10, there we go. We're going to drop $3 for 150. That's a pretty good thing. How many more can we get? Aces. Oh, very nice. $5-1-6. Okay. We really crushed the 5-1, so pretty good. This is going to win 105. Remember, this is a $100 ATM machine if you can get it to this point and keep on rocking. There's the 5. Another $105. This has been a good roll here for sure. And you might want to pull down by now or whatever. But I think if you get it to this point, you might as well just let it buck and go for it because you're getting $100 per win. And there we go. I guess I was right on the pull down. 617, still a good roll. I don't know how many hundreds we made. At least 3, I'd say. Not bad. Again, though, I don't think we collected on any boxes. So that's all we made. So we got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17. We're about 1750. Not bad. All right, now let's we're going to adjust this a little bit. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to do it on a scale basis. So the first time we're just going to look for one hit on the 6 and 8, which will pay 105, and then we're just going to go 160 across and just collect. The next shooter, we're going to go look for 2 hits on the 6 and 8, then it'll be 320 across, just collect. And we'll see if that produces more money without reinvesting all of the 6 and 8 each time until you're at the third level. Because I actually think this will perform as well or better. All right, so let's go with my favorite set, 6542. See if I can do any good. Again, I don't think this affects the 7 in any way, guys. I think I'm going to roll just as many 7s no matter how I shoot them. That's my personal opinion. Let's get 4 chips. I don't think I can manipulate the 7 in any way. So I just think I can make these numbers in whatever group I like appear more than they should. That's the only thing I think I'm able to accomplish with any kind of dice control. And there's the 10. I don't actually think I can manipulate the 7 at all. That's my personal opinion. Not everyone believes that. Some people think they're doing something to the 7. Hopefully they are. There's the 4. I just don't think I am. All right, we'll stack that. Box numbers will be off. Now, I don't get a ton of 6 and 8s with this set, but I tend to roll longer. I don't know if that's saying I'm beating the 7 or not. There's a 6, but that's just my results that I've, seen over years. All right, here we go. Can we get one of these to pop? There it is, hard 6. Hard 6. All right, that's a pretty good one for us. So we're going to win an extra 50 right here. But now, remember, we're going to drop this down to 160 across. So we're going to collect all this and then go to 160. And then we're just going to collect out. Now, this is the first version of this. I still leave the 50 on the line because that was separate than any of this. But here we go. Box numbers will be off. I'm going to shoot my shot here. And a 7 on the come out. That's a good one for us. We left that $50 on there. So now we're going to go up to 75. We'll just press by a quarter if we, hopefully we roll 10 7s in a row. Pressing by a quarter each time. We'll make a lot of money. And there's the 10. So we didn't make it. We'll pull this down in odds. Just for funsies. All right. Now we're just collecting. Just collecting. And the 8. Okay. 35. Now, if this goes 25 rolls, you're going to feel like a moron. But at some point, you got to make a decision that, oh, okay, hey, I made enough. It's time to start putting some more money on the table. And that will be up to you, wherever point you think that is. Oh, well, we made it one collection. Okay. But we didn't lose as much, right? We don't have all that money out there. So there's that side of it too. Even though I know the upside on the winning $100 a chip is better than 35, but on the loss, we didn't lose, the $480. So, all that said, let's go to the next one. We're going to try to get 2 6 and 8 hits this time and then go from there. I don't think we got a good example of that one on this last one there, but still, we got to see it. I'm just giving you guys more options on this style of play. Make your own tweaks, obviously, to this. Let's go back 6542 again. Oh, and then the midnight. Midnight's been hot today. Been coming up. It's pretty neat. I like that because on the come out rolls, when I play the horns, so I love seeing those come out horn numbers. There's the 8. That was a good looking roll. Okay, $90 6 and 8. And then we're gonna hit it twice this time and press up to $50, our 2 green chip level. and then just collect. Give you an idea of, this is kind of an aggressiveness adjustment, a risk and adjustment, however you want to say it. It can be said either way. There's a 6. All right, 105. We need one more. Again, we're still going to collect the box numbers if we hit them, until we get our other one in there. Then we're going to drop down to 320. And there's the 4. We'll drop $1 for 50. So like right here, we're just going to collect this 50. Still stick to that part of the strategy. And there's the 4 right back. Too bad we weren't at the next level, huh? We're crushing. Get 4 change and 50. Here we go. And the 5. Okay, good one. We'll win 35 right there. Not bad. Would love to get that other 6 or 8 in here so we could bump up. And there's a 4 again. We are crushing that 4. This is the hard one this time. Drop $1. Get 50. Just keep on punching. 4 again. Oh, so this might be a case where you might be like, well, maybe I should put a little more on the 4 since it's crushing. We're not going to, though. We're going to stick with the plan. Waylon is absolutely making a killing off my 4s if we were playing together. There's the hard 8. There we go. He's already at $8,000 from that. What's up, Waylon? If you're watching me, that was a shout out to how well you play the edges. All right, we're going to take it down now to the 320 across level. So we're going to rack up, I think that was $90. All right, here we go. Now box numbers will be off, but now we're in collect mode. Just, we're going to collect twice as much on each hit. Just twice as much is always good, right? Dang, there's another 12. Crazy. I guess shooting the set I'm shooting makes sense. You should get some 12s if you're doing something right. You should pop a few 12s. There's an 8. Here we go. Let's rock it out. We need winners. 9. Okay, $70 win. One of the things I do when I have this, I like to do is the red chips, I like to put them on the hard ways. So when you do this, you get your 70. I like to put these on the hard ways and just pump the hard ways up with them. It's been profitable. And there's a 3. Okay. My shot is dialed in. I mean, I'm throwing some pretty good consistency. And the 8, that's the point. Quarter there. 70 right there. We'll stack that up. Rack up our 70. We're making quite a little run here. And there's the 10. Okay. We'll move this down. No VIG then. There we go. Let's just keep on crushing. Oh. That looked like a good roll too. But again, they're going to come when they come. That was pretty good. So I don't know, you guys make your mind up what you think on as far as how far you should take it before you attack or regress or what. So we're up 500. 522 profit. Not bad. That would be a reasonable outcome on 30% profit, 33%. I think most people would be pretty thrilled with that. I know I would. So again, guys, thank you for your time. Hopefully you guys like this strategy. Strategy is very playable at many levels. You could scale it down if you're at like a bubble crafts machine or anything like that. You could scale it way down. Again, I just try to put stuff out there that people can actually play. You know, if I tell you, oh, this strategy takes $10,000, well, most people can't put $10,000 on the craps table. I would say most people can't put $1,500 on the craps table, but this is scalable. We'll maybe the next video we do, we'll do it with 300, and I'll do it like we'll mimic like a bubble craps machine, and show you kind of how that would go. But anyways, guys, thank you for your time. This is Jacob from What'd You Me This.